Veterinarian hazard dairy farm, and we are here to teach our farmers or our viewers what normally happen in our farm. Eden and Hazard Farm, it is a dairy farm whereby we deal with dairy basically. We have no any beef production or any other production. In this farm, we normally do our breeding services. We offer veterinary services. We also do some. We design for you the modern houses as far as dairy is concerned. We also do some follow-up. If you buy an animal from our farm, we always do some follow-up on production matters. My boss is Mr. Kanyoni. He's the CEO and the founder of our farm. Maybe we give him a chance to welcome us to his farm so that we may proceed.
Oh, wow. Thank you, viewers. I'm the CEO from the farm. I'm Mr. Kanyoni and my farm manager, Mr. Ikanya. As you have heard, I normally do transport, trainings, projects and events. I do more than cautions. I normally offer him to my all customers, all counties, Isinya, Kitale, Kisumu, Kiambu, Mombasa. We offer vet services. When you see him, see me also. So I have in-calf havers, I have dairy kettles, I have young bulling havers, I have calves, I have bulls for breedings, I have milking magnets. I have some kettles doing 30 to 40 to 45 liters per day. We do transport. We allow customers to visit. You come, we milk together. So welcome, see my kettles.
As a biosecurity measures, it's always very crucial to ensure there are minimal chances of a disease coming out from other farms into our farms or from our farm into other farms. By that, we normally have our footbath, whereby we ensure that anybody getting into our farm must dip his feet to ensure that he has already done a disinfection. Again, we have our vehicle which we normally use for transporting our animals from our farm to other farms. We normally use it before it gets out of our farm. It has to pass through the footbath to ensure that it is fully disinfected. Some of the diseases that can be transmitted through the objects or the vehicles, we ensure that they are contained in our farm if there is any outbreak. Proceeding with our milking process, and we have our second animal. Her name is Lionel. She's a fast cover and a high yielder. So before we start our actual milking process, there are some things that they should be taken care of. One is you should ensure that the milking para is very clean. Secondly, you should ensure that the animal is near to the milking para. Also, you should ensure that the milking equipment are also in order and also very clean. You should also have some warm water. And also the milking person should be near the milking para. There are some processes that should be taken before we start the milking. One is should ensure that the animal is well restrained. The cameraman can show that our animal is very well restrained, and the milking person is proceeding. Then we start with the cleaning the under, and we do the cleaning using warm water. Then the second process is the actual milking starts. Another point to note to our viewers is that you should ensure that the milking process does not exceed 10 minutes and should not take a minimum of about 6 to 7 minutes. The main reason for this is that the milk letdown process is regulated by a hormone called oxytocin. And oxytocin hormone in a bovine, for example, when I'm talking about a bovine, I basically refer to as a cow in general. For example, in a bovine, the oxytocin hormone is at peak from the first 7 minutes, then it declines up to about 10 minutes. Then, as we proceed with the milking of our girl here, Lionel, or our dairy cow, this is the second milking, whereby we are doing it at 12:30 p.m. and we are expecting her to produce about 14 to 15 liters. We also did our first milking today very early in the morning at exactly 3:30 a.m. whereby she produced 11 liters. Then we're also going to do the third milking at 7 p.m. in the evening, and we're expecting her to give about 9 to 10 liters per day. So we may consider that as a good girl and as a very high producing animal. She's also on sale in case we have rehomed to your farm. The next category of animals that we have in our farm, we have the lactating animals. By the term lactating, I basically mean that they are animals that are being milked. In our case, in this house, we have 10 of them. And to our viewers, we have been milking for these animals for quite a long period. Therefore, they are not high reader as we speak, as at per now. Quite a number of them, they are in calves. And also they are expecting to be giving birth soon. Before they give birth, some of them are going to join the drying period. That's the last 2 months of pregnancy. Then let me share a small insight of the program of these animals and what normally happens as far as this pen is concerned or this house is concerned. And what normally happens, our program normally starts at 4 a.m. whereby we start with the first milking. Then after doing the milking, we give our animals the feeds. And for our case, we give them the super napier. We also give them some stovers because they are not high yielders for as far as this pen is concerned or this house is concerned. Then later at 7 a.m. we normally do our first roll call whereby we go through each and every animal. We check whether there is any abnormality, whether there is any abnormal signs. If there is any abnormal sign, the farm vet is called and we proceed with the treatment, diagnosis and later treatment. Also, what we normally ensure that all the traps, specifically the water traps, they have enough water and also clean water. Then after that, we do the cleaning, whereby we clean the houses and ensure that by the time 8 a.m. clocks, the farm is very clean and the house is very clean. Then the next thing that we do, and we do it later in the afternoon, we do the second door call, whereby we come and monitor if there is any problem in the farm. If there is any abnormality, any disease, treatment is done. In the evening, 5 p.m. in the evening, that's when we do our second milking. And just an insight, in this house, our animals, quite a number of the animals are pregnant, or basically they are in calf, so they have they are not high yielders. The average milk production here is between 18 liters to 22 liters per day. Her name is Asha. She's producing 35 liters per day. And with no exaggerations, it's very much possible for you to achieve this in your farm. What normally happens in this house, for example, if I might give an example with our girl here, Asha, we start our program the same at 4 a.m. whereby we do the first milking. In this house, we normally have 3 milking, unlike the other one, whereby we start our milking at 4 a.m. We do the second milking at 12 a.m. Then we do the 12 noon, not a.m., 12 noon. Then we do the third milking at exactly 7 p.m. We start our milking at 6:30 p.m., but by 7 we're already done with the entire milking process. Then when it comes to feeding, these animals, they are normally fed on the super napier. Then we give quite a higher proportion of the concentrate. For this case, we normally give a very high, not just a huge, but a very high quantity of the dairy meat. That is to ensure that there is maximum milk production. According to books, it is believed that for an animal to produce one liter of milk, it has to consume about 4 liters of water. Therefore, it's very key and very obvious that water is a very important necessity as far as milk production is concerned. Another aspect that we make sure that it is taken care of in our farm is to ensure that the animal has the best level possible comfort, specifically during the night when it is sleeping. And by that, we achieve that by having not an exaggerated sleeping area, but a simple but very classic sleeping area. This is achieved by the following. For example, in our farm, in the high yield houses, we are using the wood shavings in their sleeping area. One of the byproducts that we get in this farm is obviously it is manure, because of the waste product that the animals are defecating. What we normally do is, as part of management, we integrate dairy production with other enterprises. And for example, in our farm, hazard dairy farm, we normally integrate this by using this manure in one, by using it in producing our fodder. We normally use it in napier production. At the back of wherever I'm standing, we have a very good plantation of the napier. Then this manure, we normally sell it to our neighboring or any interested farmer or any interested person, specifically people who are practicing crop production. Later, another way that we are using this manure, we have our biogas plant here, and in this biogas, we normally use it for basically for the normal purposes. One is cooking. We also do it lighting as a backup when the electricity are not on. So, well, guys, thank you so much for watching our video. We have concluded today's video. You may contact us via 0798 740 579. We give other services, veterinary services, consultation. We give some. We also give some farm plants and also other